You're welcome to Education Lagos on the City of Lagos TV show. And of course, today we're going to be speaking with one of the strategic agencies when we talk about the development of universal basic education in the City of Lagos. It's our pleasure to welcome the Executive Chairman of the Lagos State Universal Basic Education, Lasubeb, Honorable Wahab Alawiye King. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Quickly, 2021 has come and gone, but it is important for your leadership to give a clear account of your stewardship in the outgone year. So can you tell us quickly, what are the basic achievements and impactful efforts this agency has been able to achieve in line with the themes agenda of Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu?
Thank you very much. Not only on the team agenda, I'm also going to use the mandate of the board to outline some of our achievements. And the mandate is to provide free, compulsory, equitable, relevant basic education in the state in line with the team agenda, particularly pillar number 3 that has to do with education and technology. We have recorded so many successes. With the introduction of our ECOSOL, which is the involvement of technology in the way we teach and learn in our classroom, that actually, improve literacy and numeracy in our classroom. And that is the main reason why we are here. Our classrooms are becoming more engaging, more interactive, and more fun, in the sense that the academic environment is becoming more lively, conducive. Every child wants to come to school because of the new teaching methodology we have adopted in Lagos State. That is one of the major achievements we have been able to record in Lagos State as regard 2021. Also, we are to provide the education in an environment that is conducive for learning and teaching, in partnership with teachers who are not only academically qualified but also professionally qualified. You need to give your teachers training. Teachers training empowerment has been one of our major pillars in terms of trying to enhance the capacity of the teachers. You can have the best of infrastructure. If your teachers are not trained appropriately and adequately, there will be no way to achieve your goals. So in order to make our teachers to be globally competitive, training upon training have been introduced from time to time to do that. Also, in the area of infrastructure, for students to learn, for them to be comfortable, you need an environment that is very conducive and comfortable. The governor of Lagos State is very much passionate and committed when it comes to teaching and learning environment. That is why you will see that many of our infrastructure, many of our facilities, have been upgraded. New infrastructure, have been put in place just to enhance teaching and learning outcome in our environment. There is this program with the Universal Basic Education Commission we call the Smart School. They have about 10 of them across the nation. Lagos happen to be one of the beneficiaries. We have one under construction in Badagry. Korean Cooperation Agency, which is the arm of the Korean government that is saddled with responsibilities such as that, was involved when assigned to provide all the relevant equipment that might be needed in that school. That is how they have been supporting us. The project is about 85% completion now. So by the time we finish, the Korean government is ready to support us in terms of providing the necessary implement to take off. In order to make your education to be globally competitive, you need 3 major areas. One has to do with access, one has to do with equity, and the other has to do with standard or quality. We have empowered our quality assurance unit to ensure we are able to monitor what is happening in our school. Constant monitoring is one of the major key when you talked about conducive learning and teaching environment. In that area, the Lagos State government has done wonderfully well to ensure that learning and teaching outcome in this area is actually improved.
Can we share your challenges last year and how were you able to surmount them?
Thank you very much. For us, we don't see, challenges. Actually, we turn some of our challenges into opportunity, in the sense that as leaders, you must improvise, you must prioritize, and also do the necessary thing. You manage situation and you manage circumstances to be able to thrive and survive in any circumstances you find yourself. That is what we have been able to do. One of the things that we are trying to promote and encourage is the collaboration with stakeholders. That is very key and important to us. Education is a merit good. It involves all and sundry. To educate a child is the responsibility of all. It takes a whole village to educate just one child. So, and as such, we need collaboration, cooperation, and partnership. For us, every child in Lagos matters to us. Every pupil in Lagos counts. And as such, we need collaboration and cooperation with all the stakeholders that is involved. We carry them along, and at the same time, we want them also to be part of what we do. So, community, parental involvement in what we do is very important. So we are using this opportunity to appeal to, parent, guardians, and all relevant and critical stakeholders in the education space to continue to support us. Government alone cannot do it. Studies have shown that it is not the amount of money that is appropriated or given that matter most now. It is the management of such resources that matter. So you can give every amount into education. If it is not properly managed, you understand, you may not be able to achieve your goal. So it is about management of such resources that matter to us in Lagos State.
Lagosians are full of expectation from your leadership in Lasubeb for the year 2022. Can you highlight some of the strategic initiatives you intend to roll out this year?
Thank you very much. One of the critical phenomena that is not limited to Lagos State alone is a national phenomenon. As a matter of fact, it's a global phenomenon, is the issue of out-of-school children that we must be confronted, head on. There are so many challenges in that area, and we need to be able to, first of all, put things in perspective in the sense that we must be able to categorize them stages. There is a difference between truancy, school avoidance, and out-of-school children. If you cannot complete an academic cycle, so you are not in school, you don't go to school to complete, you understand? Out of school might be as a result of so many things. So we are only focusing on the social, economic aspect of the out-of-school issue. We are not looking at the psychosocial aspect of it, the causative agents, or why these things are happening. Because of divorce, movement from one area to the other, and stuff like that, might, have a negative impact on the children. People move from other places to come to Lagos, and this is having a negative impact also on our already planned strategy that we have in Lagos. So for us to manage, we need effective data. So we are working on our data now to be able to manage the current situation we find ourselves. People talked about out-of-school children. So for us in Lagos, we have developed a plan, which we have done phase 1 in 2001, and we are planning to do the phase 2 now, which is called Project Zero. And the idea behind Project Zero is to be able to, address this issue aggressively with the collaboration and support of the school-based management committee, parent forum, community-based organization, education enthusiasts, education-inclined individual organization to address this critical issue of out-of-school children in Lagos. It's very worrisome. As a government that is serious, responsible, and anticipatory, we must be able to do something. And that is why we have developed Project Zero. We have done phase 1, which was very successful. We employed the services of a consultant who has reviewed what we've done first. And Mr. Governor has graciously approved phase 2 for us. We are about to start very soon.
Okay, for accountability purpose, we just want you to share your experience. What are those major decision-making strategies taken by Mr. Governor to actually support Lasubeb? We just need to hear from you.
We must give it to Mr. Governor. He's very passionate, determined when it comes to issue of education. What is working for us in Lagos is leadership, integrity, and capacity. In the area of that leadership, we have the leadership, the commitment is there, the passion is there, and that is what Mr. Governor is trying to show. Look at our track record when it comes to issue on education. We have done wonderfully well. He has been very supportive. We must use the opportunity to appreciate him and to also, like Oliver Twist, I appeal to him to continue to do more for us in the basic education sector and education, sector in general. Mr. Governor resuscitated a committee that is known as Special Committee on School Rehabilitation that is designed to address the issue of debt in infrastructure in our schools. And the idea is to identify and quickly rebuild, renovate where necessary. Rather than coming to Lasubeb to go to due process, that committee is specially designed to address issue on infrastructure. And we are getting, support here and there. There are so many clubs, organizations that have been reaching out to us. Aside from that, intervention from federal government is also coming here. And talking about intervention, if not properly managed, can lead to interference. That is why Lasubeb is here. If you need to do something in our school, please come to us. Just tell us. We are not going to prevent you, but there are standard operating procedures we must follow. Given what is happening all over the place, building collapse and all that, there are rules and regulations. There are zoning laws and things like that to ensure that we must do what are necessary for us to do the intervention. So intervention, if not properly managed, can further aggravate the system you are trying to actually correct.
Let's quickly talk more about ECOSOL. What is the progress report?
The good thing about ECOSOL is that it is yielding positive results. When we started, we did a baseline assessment, a kind of diagnostic test to know where we stand. You understand? With what we have done now with the midterm assessment, it actually showed that there has been increase in literacy and numeracy rates in our state, which is very good for us. The learning and teaching outcome in our schools is actually improving, and that is what the system is designed to address. In the area of discipline, as opposed to sanction, you understand, ECOSOL is there to promote that inculcating right set of value, antisocial vices and things like that. ECOSOL is there too. So our classrooms are becoming more engaging, more interactive. This is a new year now. We have a built-in stabilizer into the system that will review from time to time. A student in primary 2 in Ahmadiyya Primary School in Lagos should be able to compete with somebody in Montgomery, Alabama in the United States.
Well, we're speaking with the executive chairman of Lasubeb, and it's been quite interesting. So on a final note, sir, what's your word to Lagosians and, of course, all stakeholders?
Well, I just want to use this opportunity, first of all, to appreciate all our stakeholders and to appeal to them to continue to support us. Education is the responsibility of all, and as such, we want them to continue to support us. We cannot do it alone. Thank you very much.
Well, it's been a wonderful time speaking with the executive chairman, Lasubeb, Honorable Alawiye King. And that's all on Education Lagos this morning on the City of Lagos TV show. The show continues right after this time out.
Lagos.